guys, it's Tired Andy on your screen again, and today I am bringing you episode. Yes, that mobile game that every YouTuber has made a video about because it is too easy to poke fun of. And I will say, it is a guilty pleasure of mine. I've been playing this mobile app game since pretty much it launched. It can be fun, okay? It's, yes. But episode stories, like episode original stories, are really just... there's something else, so we're gonna start. And I won't be able to like play the game, show you the screen as I play it. I already played the story, so I'm gonna just navigate you through my thoughts about the story, alright? So, the story I picked, it's called The Guy Next Door. It's a romance story. And it starts with our character in a car with her family, and we get to choose a name, and this is my favorite part, and how you can see my sense of humor, because I named my character Bruh, as in, you know, Bruh, what you doing, Bruh? Bruh Meadows, that's the name of the character. Bruh Meadows. Then I spent some time customizing her. She ended up looking very different from the default version. And we get a scene where we're pulling up on the sidewalk of the new house because they're moving into a new house, and there's the next door neighbor, and he's with a friend, and the friend is ever so slightly creepy with his commentary. I mean, he goes like, "Who's that?" And to his friend he's like, "You'll definitely want to see her." And I cut out the rest of the conversation because Toby's looking smug, like smitten by this person he's never met before. And then they just talk a little bit, I don't remember what about, because it's not interesting. And then we get a talk with our mother, who is a bitch. I have no qualms about saying that the character is a bitchy mother. And I love how in this game you can always tell when you have to pay diamonds for your options, because either the benefits of this choice are discussed between characters, or in the character's mind, or it's just another character who says something really mean or really bad, really just cruel, and you're gonna get the option to like stand up for yourself, say some mean stuff back, or just let it go. And I have to let it go every time. No, it doesn't, because it's freaking stupid, and I can't believe you have to pay diamonds to make these choices that don't actually impact the story at all. Just no choices you make in episode original stories matter, because they don't deviate the story. They change nothing at all. So just... And here's where things finally move. There's a plot. The characters meet, and here's how they meet, because their windows are like faced to each other, and both of them just came out of the shower wearing their towels in their rooms, and they see each other through the window. Just real good way to meet your neighbor, I have to say. Real good way to meet your neighbor. So they both like duck down, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they saw me," and they go change. And there's like this banner that pops down on your screen that says like, "Oh, he changed for you." He was wearing a towel. Why wouldn't he put clothes on? Just who wrote that? Whatever. Like, why is it important that he changed? It's not. He just put on some clothes because he came out of the fucking shower and he was wearing a towel. He changed for you. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, then, you know, Toby tries the idea from his friend from earlier, where he like puts up a sheet of paper on the window to talk to her, and they exchange numbers and they start texting, and he uses a smiley face, and he's very anxious about the smiley face, and honestly, mood completely, okay? Very relatable character. 10 out of 10. Would recommend this story. They talk. You have the option to send him a smiley face or not, but the smiley face costs a few diamonds, because that's very hard for a person to do, like text a smiley face back, and it costs money. Yes. And then we have the next day, where this is the first day of school for our character, for Meadows. First day of school for Meadows. And I chose to take the lift with the mom. I don't remember why. I think I just forgot how much of a bitch she was, because I had read this story before and I was like doing it again, and I took the lift. And then there's this scene that is just the most painful thing that I have ever read, because I forgot to tell you that Meadows doesn't speak. So you know, the mom is pretty frustrated by this, very frustrated, and she goes like, you know, bruh, this is hard for me too, you know. I know I'm an adult, but it's also hard for me to make friends. And that's pretty much where the scene ends. You know, bruh doesn't speak, not even to her mom. And the scene just was it there to supposedly make us feel bad for the mother, for us to sympathize with the mother. I don't know, but the rest of the story, she continues to be a fucking bitch. A real fucking bitch. So I don't care. Like, you have a hard time making friends. Why don't you treat your daughter better? That's what I want to know. So she goes to the school. Meadows goes to school. And we get the scene, because it's a teen romance story. We have the scene where in comes the mean girls. Like, actually 3, you know, because every mean girl comes in a pack of 3s, and the main one goes like, "Can I help you?" And bruh doesn't understand that it's sarcasm, which it's like understandable, but that's for an explained in another chapter. But she goes like, "Yes, please help me." She doesn't talk, but she's like. And the mean girl is like, sorry, I didn't actually mean that I want to help you. You're standing in front of my locker. And that's pretty much where the first episode ends. And then comes the second episode, where there's this girl that comes out of nowhere. I don't remember her name. And she's like, "Meow, girls, calm down. Back down, whatever." And I'm like, who would say that? Like, she literally says meow, and I'm like, and it works. Like, the girls back down. it's amazing because later on we follow Toby's perspective again, and he's with his slightly creepy friend, and they're talking about his new neighbor, Meadows, and eventually in comes a pack of mean boys. Yes, you heard me right. In comes like 3 boys, one of who is like, of course, the bully of the male gender, and he is very mean to Toby, and the other 2 are his minions. And it's that conversation, that entire conversation is just amazing. Later on, Meadows makes friends with the girl who saved her from earlier, and another guy who is her friend, and they're like on the trekking field, and Toby is running with the other guys of the class, I think, and he trips on his feet, and the mean boy from earlier makes fun of him for it, and Meadows just go like that's the animation. She just goes like so, you know. Later on, Meadows goes back home. Toby doesn't show up, and has the idea of like get dressed into this bunny suit, fluffy onesie thing. I didn't record that part, but it's you have to pay gems for it, so I didn't do it. And then he comes back home later. He apologizes to her for some reason, just like, you barely know each other. Why are you so like? I don't know why. They've talked like once, and then they start acting like they're the only people in the world that they can depend on, and it's just okay, it's fine. I just really hate when stories do this. Like, you've known each other for a day. Calm the fuck down, okay? And they have a talk, and I think it's in this episode where Toby tells her that he's coming over to her house because her parents invited them and some other people to a dinner party. So they're gonna meet face to face, finally. Why they didn't do it in school, it's beyond me. Because Toby clearly saw her in school. They didn't talk at school, but now they're gonna meet each other face to face at her house. So you know, I will continue this later if anyone is interested. I think I am interested, so I will continue anyway. But it's just a glorious story. I can't just like not laugh while speaking about this. It's really just it's ridiculous. It's too much for me. It's too much. And me being a writer and all, I'm actually pretty analytical when it comes to how a story is set and how the characters act and all that stuff. So it just episode stories are way too easy to make fun of. Way too easy and way too entertaining too. Just like it's way too entertaining to make fun of these. But I will say that episode does have a lot of good stories to read, because this is an app that lets you write your own stories. So you have like user stories where people actually put effort into making like stories that actually, where your stories actually matter in the story, you know, like the choices that you make determine how the story will play out. So it's just kind of like, oh, there's a freaking bug. And they have like entire point systems, like characters' relationships, respect points, magic points. Depends on the story that you're reading, but it's a little bit more fun because you actually get to shape your story. And that's why, that's the stories that I actually love to read, because it's actually people put in effort to make a good story. And the world building, ooh, there are some stories that I've read with the world building that are just like good stuff, I will say. So don't bash on me for reading these things. Yes, it's a guilty pleasure, but at the same time I'm a little bit inclined to defend it. So just okay. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to spread love, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!